Hey guys. We're exhausted.
So we just got back to Colorado from Tokyo. We are indeed exhausted. What is the time difference? I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't remember. Which day am I?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're staying with our friends that have the Airbnbs really close to our lot. They're always super accommodating, even though we let them know like the day before we're coming. We're gonna be here for maybe 10 days before the next competition in Eugene. Number one goal is to find a house. We need somewhere to live. So Mitch's aunt is a real estate agent and she's gonna be helping us do that. We've been looking at houses all summer. Prices are a little crazy, but we'll see how that goes. And then what's the next step in the lot?
We need to tie the cages for the pilasters. We poured our footings, which were big 4 foot by 4 foot squares, a foot deep. And then on top of those sits...
Wait, I thought the second squares are the footings.
No, the bottom thing is the footing, and then the thing on top of it is the pilaster, and or pilaster, whatever. I don't know
Okay.
who pronounces it what, but it's like 3 foot by 2.5 foot or something by 2.5 foot tall. And then those will all be connected by a grade beam all the way around. That's 2.5 foot tall. It will sit on those original footings too and tie to each pilaster all the way around. And then across.
Pilaster sounds like a ridiculous
Pilaster.
word that doesn't exist. But pilaster, let's go with pilaster. He is American.
Blah blah blah. Okay, pilaster. So we will tie the cages for those. They have pretty big rebar cages because that's where the anchor bolts go for the metal building. So we have to have quite a bit of rebar to hold those anchor bolts in place. So those are gonna not be very fun to tie, but it's okay. We'll get through it.
So hopefully the goal is to pour them before we leave for Eugene so that we can both fly from Eugene back to Europe. We won't say the alternative. Hopefully we'll pour them before
Even though
Eugene.
plan Bs aren't discussed, they
Yes.
might be thought about a little bit.
Yes, so 10 days to find the house and do the pilasters.
We're just tying our cages to put the bolts inside. We've got most of them tied, 4 on each side of the building. This is the 7th one. Do this and we'll frame it in with wood and get these poured so that we can get the bolts flatter, and then we'll pour the walls. Oh my. Well, we're just building these cages. Okay, honey. We're tying this rebar together
There
to
we
build
go.
a cage to hold the... Am I trying to explain it? Yes. Hey, sexy. What you doing?
What you doing?
How you doing? Huh? Okay, what did you ask me earlier?
What you doing?
I'm just tying some rebar cages up.
What are they for?
To hold the pillars, the big pillars of the building. They bolt down with some big anchor bolts, 14 inches deep into here. So we tie a cage around the anchor bolts so the concrete doesn't spread.
Okay, we're back at the lot. We have been looking at houses so that we have somewhere to live. Otherwise, we'll be living in the excavator. We are tying rebar for the squares that will go on top of the existing squares where the metal pillars will sit on. That's the scientific way of explaining it.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, I mean, if you need it better explained by like a construction person, they just don't know. And then after the second top squares are poured, walls will be poured here, just between the squares, and then also across the squares this direction. Seems like maybe a little over-engineered to me, but that's based on my professional engineering experience. So yes, we're tying rebar. It's going well. I think there's only 8 that need done. Oh, is this the 7th one?
Yeah.
Oh, we're almost done.
Talking shit.
And then after we finish tying rebar, we're gonna put some wood around the rebar because more rebar needs to stick out of the woods in different directions, because we're gonna do this part in 2 different pours. So I do some construction consulting if you ever need me.
Do you see how professional this girl is?
Yep.
She has learned all of this.
We're building a cage, I think. So yeah, we're almost done. All of these are built. I have built a half of it, but I am more of a supervisor here, so it's okay. And we're almost done, and we're hoping to pour soon, maybe a few days. I don't know. We'll see how the weather is too, because it's seeming like some rain is coming. Okay, we're back at the lot. It's the next day. We finished 7 7/8 of the cages yesterday, and then we ran out of ties. And then this morning Mitch came really early and the hardware store was closed. So instead he came to the lot and dug this part that was left. Oh man, this is complicated. This part, and then this part. There's 4 of them. The other 2 were dug already. And then he pounded was the word?
What?
Pounded was the word?
Pounded?
You said pounded.
For what?
For what you did in between these.
Compacted?
Compacted. He compacted the parts between this whole side, between all the squares. So he's gonna do the same this direction too, the 4 of them, and then the other side, and I think put the wood around the cages, and then some rebar will be sticking out 3 directions. So yeah, we're getting close. It's a good thing it's cloudy today, huh?
It wasn't this morning. It was way worse. It was hot. That's what I keep telling you. It's amazing. If you're here in the morning, this cloudiness is the greatest thing you could ever ask for.
I feel like it's one of the cloudiest days.
What?
Only this morning it was kind of sunny. Very un-Colorado of the weather. Are you gonna do anything on the side, the short side?
No, not now. We don't need it. Really, we only need like the
In between.
4 feet and 4 feet, but if I'm gonna do that, it'll be harder to lift the machine in and out every time.
Oh, I see.
Pound the little one, so it's easier to just do the whole straight, and then on these I'll only go in a little bit.
And that side doesn't need or no?
That side I'll do like 6, 8 feet out. It doesn't need like 15.
Honestly, of like the whole building, this side looks the worst. Does it still have water? It's like the rockiest part. Is that where we were getting stuck? Oh yeah, it still has water. I mean, I guess we don't even know when is the last time it rained. Is this one where we couldn't even like dig with the excavator?
What?
This corner is where like the big rocks were. Talking to myself.
Yeah. You see this is all rock there.
Yeah, this is like the rockiest part.
It didn't like dig hard at all though, that was nice. I was afraid.
So we're still at the lot. It started raining. And of course the logical thing to do is to go ahead and keep working. So Mitch is over there going over, I'm pretty sure the same thing he did this morning. This is, by the way, the worst machine in the world. And got ties because we were like short, I don't know, 20 of them, and now we have enough for the rest of our lives. Honestly, I don't know, the way I've seen them being used, I feel like we'll finish them in this building.
It's quite possible.
You think? And be no quiet. Yeah.
Definitely they go faster than you think.
For sure. They want you to think you got a lot, but you really didn't.
You wanna try my Midas touch? Come on, line up.
Do you have the tie? Are you doing these or am I?
Do I have what tie?
The twister.
Oh, the broken tool? I think I put it back in the car, I think. It's for, well, no, I was trying to like get the ties off and my back got like drenched. This is why I came back in.
I have another shirt. You want another one?
Oh no, now I'm fine. I mean, I sat inside the whole time you were working. All right, last cage. Am I done here?
What are you doing here?
I am tying rebar of the second box on top of the other box.
What does the rebar do?
Holds the concrete together. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're following us for construction information, I'm the person you're looking for. I may not know the nomenclature, the right word? Eh?
Yeah.
Thank you. Greek word. It's actually not a Greek word.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like one of the few
I'm
words
sure
that's
it
not
has
a Greek
one
word,
similar
so.
letter in it, so it probably is.
Yep. But what's important is not what you call things.
Pull.
I'm pulling.
But what?
But to not twist too far.
Ah.
Because the ties break. Oh my god.
Mountains.
Let's just mention at this point that it is August.
That's the storm season.
We go from storm season to snow season and then back to storm season. And there's a little bit of a fire season in between, which sounds like they didn't have it luckily this year. because it has been storm season all summer.
Not too high, there has a whole nother cage above it.
I mean, I know that you think you know what you're doing, but I have been the one supervising this whole time.
Oh, what happened there?
I didn't follow my own instructions. See, the difference is the new ties, they're much longer, so I haven't quite figured out yet the number of twists I need. Generally, a tough upper body workout to tie the rebar, which I put too high after all.
We survived the storm.
We ran to the car.
We don't know if we're gonna die now. Katarina's a wild woman when she has the power.
We finished all the cages and
Yeah, that thing is sucky, but we got it done. It's nice. Everything's gonna be nice and easy now. Backing up. Oh, the safe way. Oh, wait, honey.
What?
You've got to be touching those over
I
there.
don't know.
Yes. We're gonna see. Don't move. The driveway is only 35 feet wide, but we need to come within 1 inch of this little thing.
Don't be a bore, so come on over, just knock on my door. I'll be your king, I'll be my queen. We'll be the A couple they've never seen, girl, you know. So take a breath.
Is it wide enough? Hey! Hey! You're gonna go in the ditch. No, you're fine. Just turn. There you go. Okay, that's enough. Now the other way. Muja. It is insane, the weeds that have grown on our fresh driveway. Before we were worried nothing was gonna grow. And now the driveway, we're gonna have to frickin' de-weed. And get that able so that the electrical inspector can go down and see that.
Okay guys, so we're still at the lot. It's now 300 years later and we're still trying to plumb level the cages. It was not going well at first. We're still at the first angle and it seemed like every time we will move this line wouldn't work, and every time we move this line we couldn't have all the cages. And so anyway, it seems like we've moved the lines enough times now that it worked and we have a 90-degree angle here that fits all the cages of this side and this side. Of course now there's 2 more sides to fit cages in, so I think before we get too excited we need to go fit those.
We can find one here, don't we? Freaking funny.
I mean, how long did that take? We had 13 storms.
Hey. 1 extra hour fixing this and getting it set up is gonna save you weeks. fucking grinding concrete because your bolt doesn't fit or drilling holes.
I understand. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that they need to come up with a better machine than this. And I looked. This is not because it's from the 1600s. This is how they still work. So maybe this is how we're gonna make our money. Make a plumb level thing that works. Okay, everyone. So we did not achieve the goal, but we came close. We have tied all the cages. They were hard. There were a lot of them.
Yeah, and we had some lightning fun.
Yes. A lot of storms, really. Stormed every afternoon.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we leave for Eugene. Third to last competition, maybe? Something like that. From Eugene, unfortunately, Mitch will have to come back here and finish at least forming the pilasters. I will go to Europe to try to get adjusted to the time chains. Hopefully you'll only need like a couple of days here.
Yeah, I think like 1 or 2 extra days. Just enough like you'll get over the time change, so we'll be able to train again. Right when I get there, and I'll just be exhausted and we'll go straight to training. But at least you'll feel better. There's no reason for me to be there those first 2 days you're adjusting. I might as well get these formed. So I think we just have the 8 boxes to build and get formed, and I don't think it should be so bad. And then we can pour when we get back from
Zurich.
Zurich. Yeah.
All right.